In Grimm Fairy Tales, once upon a time in the realm of the mist, there was a war so brutal that almost none survived. Hope and happiness were gone and replaced with pain and loss. The realm fell into darkness, and from that darkness arose a creature so brutal it was known as a shadow dragon. The shadow dragon was so brutal that nearly all other dragons fell by its hand. All hope was lost until one act of bravery and selflessness brought a small beam of light back. One by one, more and more warriors would rise up, but in the end, it was a fruitless endeavor as the dragon was invincible. Eventually, the dragon would be felled by the hands of another shadow dragon, and when they died, the people would burn their remains. But they would keep one claw in remembrance of the dragon, but little did they know that claw had the ability to resurrect the shadow dragon. Now, in present day, present time, an orc has transformed into the shadow dragon using the dragon claw, and now he ravages the city of Talus. Now, Sela and Gaia watch the carnage from a distance, while the king, the dwarf Boulder, and the realm knight Blake try to come up with a plan of attack as they try to figure out how a shadow dragon is even back in this time. Now, the people of the city flee as the shadow dragon ravages the city, but the shadow dragon seems to be looking for a certain someone. Now, Gaia theorizes that the dragon is actually looking for Sela. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, the king knows they have no weapons to combat a dragon like that. But the dwarf Boulder tells him there actually is a legendary weapon in the city that might be able to take out the dragon. Now, the Realm Knight Blake is skeptical and he doesn't know if the weapon would even help. Nevertheless, he's heard the rumors and he accompanies the dwarf to go get the weapon. Meanwhile, as Sela and Gaia take cover, Gaia tells Sela of an underground passage they can escape through. But Sela tells Gaia to go without her because the dragon is after her, so at the very least, she could buy her some time. Now, as Sela is confronted by the big ass shadow dragon, she demands to know what the dragon wants, but the dragon tells her it wants vengeance. Now, Sela knows exactly why he wants revenge because back when he was an orc, Sela actually killed a shapeshifter that turned out to be his master. But his master was a little bitch, and Sela is sick of running, and she's sick of everybody trying to exploit her for her power. But across the city, the dwarf and the realm knight finally make it to the storage room where the weapon is supposedly held. But as the realm knight Blake thinks back over all the carnage, he's seemingly having performance issues all of a sudden, seeing as he's got his ass kicked by the dark horde all across several different realms now. But the dwarf tells him what sets him apart is he endured all that, yet he's still fighting where a lot of other men would have just gave up. The dwarf and the realm knight retrieve a legendary bow and arrow that's said to be able to take down a shadow dragon. Now, back in the city, as the people flee from all the carnage, the king appears, reassuring them that it's time to fight. Now, the people try to tell them that they're not warriors, but the king tells them that he's not a warrior either. Nevertheless, this is the time to stand up and fight for their city. But elsewhere, as Sela continues to deal with the shadow dragon, the dragon tries to engulf her in flame, but the bracelet she wears on her wrist erects a magical barrier around her. But unfortunately, the barrier runs out of energy and the dragon tries to take teeth to Sela. But before the dragon can finish her, the dragon's third partied by all the people of the city, led by the king. Now the dragon's pissed off and he knocks the people back, and he then grabs Sela to fly away from her. That way he can have his way without the interference of the townsfolk. But as the dragon is trying to get away, the realm knight Blake and the dwarf Boulder finally got the magical bow and arrow, and they proceed to take aim at the dragon. Now with Sela in hand, the dragon spots the realm knight and he goes for him. But the realm knight Blake stills himself, cocks back the bow and arrow, and releases the projectile. The arrow travels all the way down the dragon's esophagus, pierces the dragon's heart, and pierces through the dragon. Now, as the dragon drops Sela, she falls to the floor and hit her head. Now, her friends try to retrieve her, but it's too late as the dragon comes crashing down on top of her. To be continued.